Hello there. This is an introduction and demo to the TalentPools platform. We let you launch your own online talent platform in a day. And really, we're helping staffing, recruiting, and freelancing companies to match and place more talent with less administrative burden. We've already been covered by some of the world's biggest media, and we're lucky to have a range of different clients from entrepreneurs all the way through to billion-dollar enterprises already using our platform at scale. And these are the key value adds that we provide. We help your talent firm grow faster using technology. The matching tools that we have help you make more placements, and we're going to demo that in a second. We can also enable you to place different types of talent. Given the way the future of work is moving, people like to hire permanent, contract, and freelance roles, and our platform handles all of that. We also give you greater visibility. So instead of using LinkedIn or sharing your clients' candidate CVs, you can demonstrate your candidates on your own branded platform to get your brand out there more. And finally, the platform helps you to scale. If you're working with 100 candidates, you could work with 1,000 candidates with no additional admin hassle. If you're working with 10,000 candidates, you could work with 100,000 candidates. So here's a demo of how it actually works. Let's start with the candidate side. If you've got a bunch of CVs sitting in a database or in a bullhorn environment or any other CRM, it may be useful to be able to have your own online candidate profile where those candidates can be displayed to clients or used internally for matching purposes. So we really want to get to this point where you have a candidate's information displayed in a user-friendly way. And here's how we do that. We can either migrate the data from your other system, and we can create a custom migration script for that. We also have a bulk import tool, so you can import them yourself. Alternatively, you could go one by one, and either the candidate or yourself can register. So here's an example of the registration page. Of course, in this case, you're going to have your own branding and colors and fonts listed here. So this would appear as if it was your site. But to register a candidate, they'll put in their name, any other additional information that you require, for example, a LinkedIn URL, telephone number, and then they can register with an email address or with a Google or Facebook account. And what that will do is it will automatically pull in all the data, the public data, that they have on their LinkedIn profile. So you can see in this case, it's pulled in someone's job title, someone's photo, their introduction, education, work experience backgrounds, portfolio and projects, and reviews and testimonials that they have. It can also pull in certain key data points like languages they speak or potentially skills that they have as well on their LinkedIn profile. And then as a platform, you can decide what kind of data you want to display on a candidate profile. So you may say, for example, the years of experience that someone has is very important. And you can create this database yourself in the administrative dashboard. And I'll show you that in a second. But let's say for now that we're going to find a data point that's really useful to you or to clients, and they're really looking for this data point. We can call it brands that this candidate has worked with. We can go into the back end, and similar to this language piece, you can go and list all sorts of different brands that candidates may have worked with. And a new line will appear here saying brands. The candidate can then select those brands, and we can use this as a matching point between the candidate and when clients post jobs, the job role. In any case, this whole section here is a fully customized data piece where you can request your candidates to provide whatever data you want from them. It can also be part of the onboarding and vetting process. So if you publicize this registration process, anyone can register. But you may say as a platform, we require the following things: a profile image, an introduction, and X data point, skills or location. And this is a requirement before the candidate is viewable on the platform and before the candidate can apply for any roles as well. So that was quite a lot. We've gone through the process of registering, having that data being imported from LinkedIn, creating custom data that the candidates have to provide before they're activated. And now let's say that the candidate has completed their profile. They're going to go and want to search for jobs. And you can see it's very straightforward for them to be able to see all the jobs. They could potentially search for a job as well. Let's search for a consultant role. Here we can see one. We can see the details of the role. We can see who's posted it. And we can apply for it. Oh, let's have a look. It says unpublished profile. Please go and enter this data point. So we're going to go back to our profile, to that data point. In this case, it says publish your profile, and we have to complete this as part of the automated vetting process. Until I do this, I can't apply for jobs. Okay, that's now saved. Now I can go back and search for that role again. Okay, now I'm going to apply for it. I can see who the job is from, the details of the job. I can even ask questions about the job. And now I can send my cover letter. Send to client. And that's it. The candidate has registered, looked at jobs, they've been activated, they've searched for the appropriate job, and they've applied for a job. So now let's go and have a look from the other side of the platform. What would a client see who's looking to hire talent? So once the client firm has registered, in much the same way as the candidate, they'll be able to go and have a look at all the different candidates, or at least some of them, the ones that you want to be displayed, to see if there's a good match. They can click on the profiles and get an idea of the quality and caliber of the candidates you have on the platform. You can determine what data or to display or not to display. Potentially you want to leave the names off or the photos off and just say this is the kind of candidates that we have. Then when they're ready, they can post their role. They can give it a title, a description, what category of work it is, what budget they have, and any other custom data that we discussed previously, they can also be specified on this point. And this will be very useful in a second for the matching algorithm to match the right job with the right candidate. Once they've posted that job, they're going to see all the different candidates available. And they can choose who they want to invite to the job. They can view the candidate. They can even message with the candidate. And if they're ready, they can then invite the candidate. So now this has sent an email out to that candidate to say, "Hi Julian, are you interested in this role?" Now this is the key part of the platform, that it enables a very granular filtering and matching of candidates. So if you have 100,000 candidates, or even 100 candidates, you may want to see who's the best match. By default, as you can see, the candidates are already displayed according to the best match. For example, Johnny here, he has a match on English and he has 5 years of experience, which is what the job requires, but he doesn't speak German. And that's why he's only got 70 out of 100%. But now if I want to jump into the details, I can say, for example, only search for someone with the word designer. And there's a whole bunch of other data points that we can filter on. For example, language. Let's say, show me a designer and they must speak English. And again, it's narrowed it down to this person. We can also say, for example, show me a designer or anyone who has the word consultant. And in real time, we're seeing the results here again. So you can do combinations of ors or ands. So let's say someone who's a designer and has over 5 years of experience, or anyone with the word consultant. And it gives us that response. So once we've filtered and narrowed down from, let's say, 10,000 people to 100 people, within those 100, we want to see who's the best match. And by default, you as a platform can decide which data points should have which weighting. So you could say, well, we think language is very important to our clients, so we're going to give that 60% of the score should come from language. And then maybe 40% should come from the years of experience. And that's what this match is based on. But the client or your internal recruiting team can then go in and say, well, actually, language is not so important for this role. Maybe it's 30%. Location is very important. Years of experience are important. And then we've got a completely different matching here. So now we wait and see who responds. So as a candidate, once they've gone in and sent applications, the client will be notified that someone has applied, and they'll see them listed here. Again, you can apply the same filtering tools to help you shortlist or favorite the right candidate. Then you can view the cover letter of the candidate. You can see what they applied with. Of course, you can see their profile. You can even do a voice-to-voice or face-to-face call. When you're ready to move ahead, if it's a permanent role, the button would say select candidate and it can be taken off the platform. Or if it's a staffing role or a freelance role, you can start the online contract. And here's what the online contract looks like. It consists of a number of different tasks that you would create with the candidate, each of which has a description and a value. And this can be a single task, do this job and get $1,000. It could be a repeating retainer, work full-time and get $2,000 every month. Or it could be a timesheet. So every week or every month, the candidate can submit hours up to a maximum, in this case, of 15 hours per week at £25 per hour. And then every week, the candidate can specify how many hours they did. And using our Stripe integration, the client can directly pay the candidate through your Stripe account to 100 plus different countries all over the world. So that's a quick demo of TalentPools platform from start to finish. We'd really love to power your system and have a chat with you about your goals. If you have any questions, get in touch with us at talentpools.io and look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for your time.